The most famous conspiracy theories of all time. Part 2. Conspiracy theories in principle is not false by nature, and their truth relies on proof, just as in any theory. They are often discredited a valid conclusion. However, because of the inefficient and unlikely nature of many of them, conspiracy theories been existed. It can be generally reject consensus or cannot be confirmed allegations using historical or scientific explanations. Nowadays, with the rise of the internet, the amount of information we access is exploding, so we should be meticulous enough in choosing what and not to believe conspiracies. For today's video, we will be talking about the most famous conspiracy theories of all time that may include with some information you might not familiar with and probably you won't believe. Some of these are old but informative and some are new and latest. But before we go any further, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and smash that like button for more quality videos you can't certainly get from others. We compile videos and do the research just for you. Most conspiracy theories refer to undercover government schemes and detailed attempts of murder. It can be found all around of us. John F. Kennedy assassination. At 12:30 p.m. on a Friday, November 22, 1963, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated by gunshot while traveling in a motorcade in an open-top limousine in Dallas, Texas, together with Governor John Connally of Texas, who was wounded but he survived. Numerous conspiracy theories have been spurred by the assassination, and the prime suspect was Lee Harvey Oswald, a nightclub owner, Jack Ruby, including suspected involvement of the CIA, the Mafia, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson, Cuban Prime Minister Fidel Castro, the KGB, or a mixture of such organizations. The Warren Commission found in 1964 that the only person responsible for assassinating Kennedy was Oswald. The United States House Select Committee on Assassinations concluded in 1979 that, as a result of a conspiracy, Kennedy was probably murdered. The Vatican conspiracy. Theories of the Vatican conspiracy are theories of conspiracy that concern the Pope or the Roman Catholic Church. A majority of the hypotheses allegedly conclude that with a satanic agenda for world conquest, the Church and its members secretly control secular society. In September 1978, 33 days after Pope John Paul I's inauguration, he unexpectedly died. Several conspiracy theories have gained currency following conflicting reports about the circumstances of his death and possible discrepancies about the issuance of the death certificate and other procedures. Many of these concerns was the severe corruption that could be connected to Freemasonry in the Vatican Bank, which is prohibited by church law, and none of the complaints were substantiated. The New World Order theory. In conspiracy theories, the New World Order is the hypothesis of a secretly emerging global totalitarian government. The common theme of these conspiracy is that a hidden power elite with a globalist agenda inevitably conspires to dominate the world through an oppressive world government that replaces sovereign nation-states and an all-encompassing propaganda, whose philosophy halts the development of the New World Order as the pinnacle of the progression of history. The disharmonious hoax has escalated to one of the world's top conspiracy theories, alleging that the Illuminati secretly support the New World Order. The reptilian elite. The conspiracy theorist and philosopher of the New Age, who wore only turquoise for a time and insisted on being called the Son of Godhead, says that since ancient times, these reptiles controlled humanity. They count Queen Elizabeth, George W. Bush, Henry Kissinger, Bill and Hillary Clinton, and Bob Hope among their numbers. They are among with us. In their cold-blooded little heads, blood-drinking, flesh-eating, shape-shifting extraterrestrial reptilian humanoids with only one objective: to enslave the human race. David Icke, former BBC Sports reporter, even claims, invading the territory of other conspiracy theorists, that the lizards are behind secret societies such as the Freemasons and the Illuminati. The Adolf Hitler conspiracy. The conspiracy theory about the death of Adolf Hitler dispute the acknowledged fact that he committed suicide in the fur bunker on April 13, 1945. While in popular culture these theories have received some exposure, historians and scientific experts consider these viewpoints as disproven fringe theories. These conspiracy theories' ongoing survival originates mainly from two issues. Evidence of the death of Hitler in the bunker is not completely conclusive, and the abundance of testimony from others who claim to have seen him alive. American newspapers have repeated ambiguous quotations such as that Berlin's Russian garrison commander who reported that Hitler had hidden somewhere in Europe. This misinformation propagated by Stalin's government has become a springboard for numerous conspiracy theories despite the Western powers' official conclusion, and the historians' consensus that Hitler killed himself on April 30, 1945. Area 51 and the aliens. Conspiracy theorists believe that at Area 51, an Air Force base about 150 miles from Las Vegas, where government scientists reverse engineered the highly advanced technology of aliens, the remains of crashed UFO spacecraft are stored. Fodder for this came from a series of suspected UFO sightings and testimony in the region from a former Army colonel who claims he was granted access to extraterrestrial materials obtained from an alien spaceship that crashed in Roswell. Some claim that in Area 51, also known as Groom Lake or Dreamland, the government studies time travel, and the official line of the government that the specifics of Area 51 are classified for national security reasons is only seen as further confirmation that the military hides aliens or alien spacecraft. The 9/11 cover-up. May 2006, Zogby poll found that 42% of Americans believe that concealed or refuse to investigate critical evidence that contradicts their official explanation of the September 11 attacks by the government and the 9/11 Commission. A major investigation of similar arguments and responses to them was published by Popular Mechanics in 2005. The reporting team found that there was no tradition of the North American Aerospace Defense Command, making fighter jets primed and ready to intercept off-road airplanes, and while the team found no evidence that the government planned the attacks, conspiracy theorists have rarely stopped their lack of evidence before. The secret societies that control the world. If you were truly a member of the global elite, you would already know this. The world is run by a wealthy, hidden few. Many of the rest of us have learned that both White House candidates were members of a hidden skull and bones society of Yale University in 2004, many of whose members have risen to influential positions. But compared to the enigmatic cabals that inhabit almost every seat of influence, from the halls of government to the Wall Street boardrooms, Skull and Bones are relatively insignificant. Vaccine and autism. The pharmaceutical industry is believed to have mounted a cover-up of a casual correlation between vaccines and autism. After the publication in Britain in 1998 of a false paper by discredited former Dr. Andrew Wakefield, the conspiracy theory evolved. A number of prominent individuals, including Rob Schneider, Jim Carrey, and the United States, have encouraged the resulting anti-vaccine movement. President Donald Trump and in several nations, including the United States, Italy, Germany, Romania, and the United Kingdom, has contributed to elevated rates of infection and death from diseases such as measles. In Nigeria, as well as Pakistan, vaccine conspiracy theories have been widespread since at least 2003. Such theories may include claims that vaccines are part of a secret plot against Islam and have been linked in both countries to fatal mass shootings and bombings at vaccine clinics. The COVID-19 pandemic. A variety of conspiracy theories about the origin and purpose behind COVID-19 and its spread have been promoted. Some believe that the virus was engineered, that it escaped or was stolen from a research laboratory, that it may have been a bioweapon from China or the United States. The outbreak was repeatedly blamed on the Rockefellers by Pastor Rodney Howard-Browne, claiming the pandemic was a planned event. His allegations are based on the document of the Rockefeller Foundation, Scenarios for Technology and International Development's Future. The subsection of the document entitled Lockstep was highlighted by Pastor Howard-Browne, which details a potential global pandemic with some ambiguous parallels to the COVID-19 outbreak. An article about SARS-CoV-2 misinformation was published by BBC News in January 2020, citing two articles in the Washington Times on January 24 that said the virus was part of a Chinese biological weapons program based at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. In early April 2020, the Daily Mail reported that a COBRA member said that while government intelligence does not dispute that the virus has a zoonotic origin, it also does not discount the idea of a Wuhan laboratory leak. Quite horrific, isn't it? What kind of conspiracy theories impressed you the most? Post on the comments below. We would like to know more about your thoughts. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up so we can upload related videos.